sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You should hop in, I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Hey, listen up! Listen up! Hey, we got a lot of cool to celebrate, but I got a question first. Can you win the game in the first quarter? No. Can you win the game in the second quarter? No. Did we spot them 21 points? Yeah. But what about, hey, can you win the game in the third quarter? No. What about that? Hey, we're starting with the takeaways today. Sam Williams forced a fumble. Yeah. Kevin Murray recovered it. Yeah. Elijah Clark forced a fumble. Yeah. Whoa. Trent. Did that say Trent C? Yes, sir. Trent C recovered it. Yeah. Dak Prescott threw a pass to George Pickens. Yeah. Dak Prescott threw a pass to Brevin Spofford. Yeah. And the old man ran one in. Yeah. This dude also had a sack. Yeah. And then, hey, nothing like walking them off with Brandon Aubrey, big field goal. Everything we've talked about, everything, you guys have done it. You stack these days, you stack these wins, you learn because they build championship habits. I am so proud of the men in this room.
I happen to know what the conversation in halftime was. Did Shotty go in there and give a great, inspiring speech? What was that feeling? Because that was a completely different group heading out of that.
Yeah, it wasn't Shotty, and it's funny because the guy that I keep hearing over and over when I talk to guys that were in the locker room was Quinnen Williams. You know, the guy who got here a couple of weeks ago, and it was Wanya Thomas had tweeted out late last night or early this morning. Is like, yeah, Quinnen basically came in there and was like, we got to get our S together and show up, stand up for the moment. DeMarvion Overshown had said that, look, we're trying to set the standard of the best defense in the league. We have to make a stand here. You know, who are we going to be? And a lot of those defensive conversations really resonated on that side of the ball. Dak Prescott even mentioned, he was like, man, I saw what was going on over there on that side of the locker room. It inspired us. It gave us confidence. And, you saw that confidence on display in the second half, especially from the defensive side of the ball. And, man, if this team has 5 wins on the season, I think you can finally give the defense one of those 5 after that performance yesterday.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store. And listen, that voice you heard, I don't think it was in my head. I don't think that I'm hallucinating this early in the morning. I do believe my brother landlord from Alabama is in the building, man. How you doing this morning?
Man, I am feeling spectacular, even on a rainy, gloomy, gray sky morning, but I still feel great because I'm still off my Cowboys win. We got to move on to these Chiefs.
We do.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, man. And listen, the stuff that we took, from this win is what we're going to have to, use to springboard ourselves into continuing to win and continuing to, get on the right track to stability and get into the postseason. And matter of fact, salute to everybody out there right now, man. I see Maurice Turner in the building, Anthony XT1FU, JV B-Boy. Good morning to Angie, Rebel Chick in the building. Los Atos, the founder of Fugazios, is in the building, man. The one and only sponsor that we actually got. Yeah, there's a bunch of people sliding in, man. Listen, on the way into the platforms, y'all know the usual rules of engagement. Please hit that like button. The more likes that we get, the more the algorithm going to mess with us and, push the video to people that want to support and see this great content. Share the content. We are back to manifesting in the liquor store. Landlord put a gun to my head and said, "Man, it's really your fault." And I said, "Please, no, no, I didn't mean to. It's not my fault. I promise we'll start back." So because my life is in danger, we have started back manifesting
See
in the
that he
liquor
back to
store.
snitching too. It look
We
like
we have
back to
started
snitching
we
too.
started back manifesting in the liquor store. So we're going to use 7 instead of 6. Instead of 6, we're gonna use 7 because we want 2 of them motherfuckers. So put 7 championship trophies in the chat box. Put 7 shot glasses. Share the content 7 times. Slap 7 Eagles fan because you know the motherfuckers deserve it. Not to me because you was here. You was here. You seen it. Y'all witnesses. That man virtually put a gun to my head and said, "Nah, fuck that. We finna manifest again." I said, all right. I said, just don't. I said, all right, man. I got a family. I gotta get home. So we gonna do what you
See
want to do
that?
this time.
There go my bodyguard. She be on it. See, Tamika don't play. She already know about you, and we gotta watch. We gotta keep eyes on her, Miss Tamika. We gotta keep eyes on her.
Yeah. So share the content 7 times. Slap 7 Eagles fans. If you donate, send $7. Matter of fact, send $7 when you donate. We gonna manifest when we send the money too. Everything. Cause I want both these motherfuckers. I want us to go back to back. I want us to go back to back like the cover of Lethal Weapon, whatever the hell Drake said.
Thanks. And I know we talking Chiefs today, right?
Of course.
All right. I can honestly say that this is a way bigger test for this defense. Way bigger. When I looked at the numbers, they top 10 surprisingly. I know everybody looking at it like it's a down year for Pat now, but by the numbers, they looking like they're top 10 offense.
Let's take a look at old Patrick Mahomes, because if there's nothing in this world, I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to look past Patrick Mahomes. I don't really care what the numbers are. That's fucking Patrick Mahomes. When I see
My
Patrick
bad,
Mahomes,
top 5. My bad, top 5.
see that? Because listen, when I look at Patrick Mahomes, I look at that nigga like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers. I look at him like one of those ones. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So regardless of what the numbers say on paper, any given Sunday he can give you belt to ass. I got the utmost respect for him. And let's keep it 1,000. Since this, because listen, I told you right now, my team is 2-0. Them motherfuckers from the beginning of the season, I don't know who them niggas was. But since we got Quentin Williams and Osa been playing better, we got Overshown back and Rebel back and Kalen Carson and all the other shit. Like the Dallas Cowboys is 2-0 to me. So
That was our cousin. That's the cousin that you don't claim. And then when you go over their house, you don't eat their food. That's who that was. That's who that was.
That's exactly who the hell that is. So guess what? We 2-0, but this is the best motherfucking quarterback. Since the new body that came in. You know what I'm saying? We fresh out the bandages. This the new body. This the new defense. This the best quarterback that they done played. Since they became the new version of the Dallas Cowboys. Cause listen, Geno Smith was leading league interceptions before we played his ass. Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. He played an IA game, but we did all the legwork in showing you the metrics said he was a limited quarterback. The play calling said he was a limited quarterback. The numbers said he was a limited quarterback in terms of pushing the ball down the field. There was some opportunities in the passing game that he was not able, to take advantage of because he's fucking Jalen Hurts. So those same opportunities, Patrick Mahomes can hit them bitches. And they got Xavier Worthy. They got Rashee Rice. They got what's left of Travis Kelce. They got a great offensive mind when it comes to their play calling and head coach Andy Reid. So, and we'll talk about the defense soon. They got a great defense as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are what the Dallas Cowboys want to be. They are a good offense and also a very good defense. The Dallas Cowboys, these last 2 games have been that. They've been a good offense and a good defense. But, the consistency is what we're looking for. And honestly, these last couple of Chiefs Super Bowls have really been more defensively led than offensively led, especially when you talk about the postseason. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a tall task for us.
We just noticed that most of the championships, we didn't just notice, but like in recent too, most of the championships be defensive led. So that's why we are so heavily invested in this defense being better. You know what I'm saying? And finally, we got something to look forward to. We got a defense that's respectable, that should go out here and act like they know how to play football and not embarrass us. You know what I'm saying? We've been getting embarrassed by our defense for years now. And I think we finally got a respectable defense that we can claim. Like, we know them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't know them other dudes. We know them.
Hell yeah. So on the season, Patrick Mahomes, second in the National Football League in passing yards. He's 8th in passing touchdowns. Interceptions had the same amount as Dak. He has 7. QBR is 3rd. So yeah, listen, we know that the world is ran by lizard people. I'm not finna think about the shit all day though. So you're gonna have to go somewhere else, actual frozen cactus. Cause life is too short to be worried about shit outside of your control. Unless you finna go fight, all the shadow organizations and motherfuckers that run the world, don't bring your stupid ass in here talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't sit up here and tell me about all that shit, all the horrible things in the world. The football is a distraction, and you ain't finna go change the world. If you ain't finna put the cape on them and go say today, shut the fuck up.
Are you down to put your life on the line for it? If not, be quiet.
No, of course not. That's why he's in the motherfucking chat boxes. He don't even have the wherewithal or the mental fortitude to get on YouTube himself and make his own YouTube page to get out his rhetoric and his thoughts. You know what I'm saying? He don't even have the testicular fortitude to jump online with his face and tell the world, hey, this is what's going on. Y'all should be scared or be prepared. And no, you ain't finna be in our chat boxes with the fuckery. Make your own YouTube page, and push that shit if you want to. But right now, nigga, we talking football because we want to and we can, and we pay our own Wi-Fi bills and our own internets, and we got our own laptops and shit, nigga. So get the fuck on. Anyway, like I was saying,
I couldn't have said it better myself, my brother. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So yeah, man. Only thing I'm saying is like Patrick Mahomes is dope. Anything other than that, any rhetoric being spoken that's saying Patrick Mahomes has fell off, it's fucking Patrick Mahomes. Now, if you look at the splits, just like any quarterback, in the National Football League, if you pressure him, he's not as good as when he's unpressured. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way the quarterbacking works. Dak Prescott, if you pressure Dak Prescott, he's a different quarterback. Now he handles the blitz, statistically a little bit better than Patrick Mahomes. But pressure is pressure. So Patrick Mahomes, on the season when he's blitzed, he's a worse quarterback than when he has time. So Eberflus, I know you're not a high blitz percentage guy. This might be a game where you need to throw some fire zones at Patrick Mahomes. You might have to throw some fire zones and some match zones behind it. You might have to bring some zeros. You might have to bring some simulated pressures. You're going to have to do some things to get Patrick Mahomes off of the rhythm, off of his spot, and, see if they can make a play out of structure. Because you allow Patrick Mahomes to sit back at this point in his career and just dissect what you're doing, you're going to have a long day. Patrick Mahomes is not a hoe. Patrick Mahomes is one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen play. So if you just come out here and you show cover 2 and it's really cover 2, he's going to beat you. If you come out this motherfucker and you show cover 3 and it's really cover 3, he's going to beat you. But I tell you what the fuck's going to happen. If you come out this bitch, you show cover 3, and that bitch is a fire zone, and you done blitz your assistant coach off the edge, and you done knock Patrick Mahomes the fuck out, You got an opportunity. We blitzing coaches in this motherfucker now, nigga. But yeah, for real, you got to bring some people that you're not expecting him to see. You got to bring a safety. You got to have to bring a nickel. You might have to simulate a pressure and drop a defensive tackle in the middle of the field and bring a linebacker. You have to do some shit to confuse Patrick Mahomes. You just can't just let him diagnose and deliver the football with no fear or trepidations.
I think he should pressure him often too, early and often. Cause I don't even want him to get in a groove or rhythm or none of that. Like we need to take him out early. And look, Matt Spags, cause we know what Spags gonna do. He gonna zero pressure your ass. He gonna zero blitz your ass. He don't care.
You mean this nigga right here?
Yeah, that boy that cold. I ain't gonna hold.
Now we started the season. He was blitzing on like damn near 50% of his plays. That's dropped a little bit. It's down to 30.9. It's still top 10. So it's still, and listen, they are a very good defense. Up to this point, on the season, passing yards per game 195.4. So they got some of the 11th. They're the 11th fewest passing yards in the game per game. Pass yards per play, though, it's a little tricky. They 21st. So if you do get a pass off and you complete it, you can get some yardage because they blitzing their ass off. You know what I'm saying? Flip side is a lot of times you're not going to get the pass off. That's why the shit is so good. They don't give up a bunch of passing yards, but when they give up, passing plays, they usually give up a decent amount of passing yardage.
Speaking of him, man, go ahead.
No, you're good. Pass EPA per play. Top 10. It's hard to get the completions like I spoke of. Rushing yards per game, they were 97.6. They top 10. Rushing EPA per play. You know how efficient you are from a play-per-play basis against the run. They top 10 as well there. So really, when you talk about a defense that's solid in any and everything, this is a defense. This is complete defense. They can stop the run and they can affect the pass. But go ahead and say what you were finna say, my brother.
I was about to say, like, this game right here, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Ricky Tyler Booker play. Because he played good against Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis last game. But he going to have to match up with Chris Jones a couple of times. They move him around, so, they going to be playing, looking for the weakest link on our offensive line. So, hey, we going to have a task on our hand with Chris Jones. He's a monster.
Yes, indeed. And, just to give Tyler Booker some more love, he also played Dexter Lawrence, and he held up pretty good.
Yeah, he been playing well, though. Yeah. I'm not going to hold you. We gonna keep it real on him, but, hey, he been hooping. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving it. Mm-hmm. Like, he's becoming a good player.
Yeah, right before your eyes, man. Like watching your kids grow up.
Yeah. And this man, just imagine he ain't even played a full season yet.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Do you think their defensive line is better than Philly, Henny?" You know what? Let's do a player-by-player analysis on that bitch real quick. Because, we ain't doing shit else with our time. So let's see.
They might be stronger in the secondary than Philly. Maybe.
Let's take a look. Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I like, because listen, that defensive line starts with Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Jones is the lead horse there. And like Landlord was saying, they move him all around the defensive line. You're not just going to see him go up against Tyler Booker. You're also going to see him line up at 5-tech and rush against Terrence Steele. You're going to see him go up against Nate Thomas from time to time because he got that flexibility. You can move him to any end spot, to any defensive tackle spot. That's how he's been their leading sack guy for most of his time in Kansas City, because he has that versatility to win from any spot when he rushes. You know what I mean? Also, another guy to look for. They don't have an edge, that's like a Michael Parsons. But when you talk about their edges, Karlaftis is their best edge, in my opinion. And he's been very solid. He's been steady. He's been a 10.5 sack guy before. But really, when you talk about the Chiefs, it's their entire front seven that you got to think about. because they got Nick Bolton at linebacker. You remember Nick Bolton was somebody that I wanted coming out of the draft. You know,
Yeah.
they got Mike Pennell as well. While he's not a household name, he helped them win like 2 of their Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot of the guys that been there still there playing. Now let me see what Corey Loftus has done this year. Now Corey Loftus, you know, he was a first round pick. He only got 5 sacks on the season, but you know that's more sacks than everybody on our team. You know, and he also
How many James Houston got now?
half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, James Houston still got 4.5. Cause yeah, Corey Loftus been solid. He just 6 sacks his rookie year, 10.5 in 2023, 8 in 2024, and he's at 5 right now with 6 games to go. And he's also a very good run defender. So it's not like they got slouches. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they have slouches or anything like that on their side. Like they wouldn't be able to do the things that they do, you know, from a defensive standpoint if that front seven wasn't solid. So to answer your question, I think they have an overall better defense than the Philadelphia Eagles. I know that the numbers might not say that, but personnel wise, you know, they actually have a 10 sack edge on their team. You know, they actually have Chris Jones. They have another 340-pound defensive tackle they can play beside Chris Jones. They got a veteran linebacker that started and won multiple Super Bowls with this organization. You know, it's amazing. You say, is this a radio show? I don't. What you mean by that, Queen? Well, salute to you.
I guess because she can't see me. Yep. Today.
You know we be using AI landlord from time to time. You know we got to run the AI landlord from time to time. But salute the Queen Cowboy in the building. Nicole.
The real landlord got to recalibrate.
Yeah. You know we had to put him in. And y'all watch Dragon Ball Z. You know they used to get their ass whooped, and they had to put them in like the tank with the bubbles and shit so they can shake back real quick. That's what's going on with landlord right now. He gotta heal and rejuvenate real quick, man. But yeah, salute to everybody sliding.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, salute to everybody sliding in, man. I see Spock, Rail, Soul Goddess 13, Queen Cowboy Sports in the building, man. Nigel, Wanza, JV, Jakara, Gatson. Who else is in the building with us right now, man? Devin Overton. Salute to everybody in the chat box, man. Hey, listen, there's over 80 people across both platforms right here, man. Please make sure y'all hit the share button. Please make sure y'all hit the like button. Please make sure you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan because they still deserve it because they out there crying like some hoes, man. They still crying like some hoes. They still on their periods. So go ahead and slap their ass back to reality, man. Tell them niggas don't be hate watching us on Thanksgiving and getting their ass whooped on Black Friday, damn it. You tell them niggas get their head back in the game.
They worry about the wrong thing.
Wrong shit. And listen.
Tell them that game over. Let it go.
And listen, prayers up to Devin and his daughter. You know, she's finna have surgery real soon. So y'all send some love and support their way, man. Y'all send some love and support their way.
Yeah, prayers up for our guy.
Yeah, man. We're gonna pray for a smooth surgery and a speedy recovery. You know, and you know we're gonna cover y'all in the blood, man. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah, they still making excuses. We don't give a damn about them. We don't give a damn about them. Them motherfuckers want that.
I done heard it all. Talking about the refs. Bro, y'all know the refs don't like the Cowboys. Get out of here.
Listen, if Jerry Jones could pay off the refs, we would have like 3-4 more Super Bowls already. You talk about one of the richest and most powerful owners in the NFL. If he could make the call and rig the game whenever he wanted to, we will be the Kansas City Chiefs. Dak Prescott would have 3 championships right now.
The refs actually hate us, in my opinion. I'm not gonna host.
Yeah, so the defense.
Look at Michael Parsons. He get calls now.
Mm-hmm. Michael Parsons ain't never got no calls. Now that motherfucker, you breathe on Michael Parsons, they call it a holding penalty. They call it hands to the face with anything to get that motherfucker a penalty. You know what I'm saying? So nah, that ref excuse so weak as hell, weak as a motherfucker, weaker than your daddy hairline. So yeah, man. But speaking of getting your head back in the game, this is a nigga that got to get their shit together. And you know, we are talking about the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important to understand what they're doing, you know, but we also got to self-scout. We also got to look within to get the win. Because I tell you this, man, if we get into this motherfucker and both these niggas have a 100-yard game, we win the game. It's as easy as that. If George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb both eclipse 100 yards receiving, the Dallas Cowboys are going to win running the fuck away. And listen, CeeDee Lamb is in your head, nigga. Landlord, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You there? I need to know. Cause I gotta ask you.
Go ahead.
How would you feel if I told you that despite the way that CeeDee Lamb is playing, he is averaging 90 yards a game?
That sounds insane.
If you count the 7 games that he started and finished, because you know he didn't get any. You know, they count the Chicago game on here, but he didn't actually play. He played like a snap and got hurt. If you count just the 7 games he started and finished, this nigga is averaging 90 yards a game in games that he actually participated in.
Well, yeah,
He went for 110 out the gate. He had 11 drops there. He should have had over 200 yards. He had 112 the second game. The first game back he had 110. Denver game he had 74. Arizona game he had 85. Vegas game he should have had more. Then his stupid ass dropped the ball. Philadelphia game he should have had over 100 yards. His stupid ass dropped the ball 4 times. So I'm mad at CeeDee Lamb. He been fucking up, right? His hands is for fucking decoration. Them bitches got a out of service sign tattooed on them bitches right now. On the top and the bottom of them bitches, out of order.
Don't do that, man. He is no kin to Savion Williams. Don't do that.
He makes Savion Williams look like Randy Moss right now.
He ain't no kin to Brian Thomas Jr. either, so don't do that.
I'm just saying. You know, I'm just pointing, but I am pointing out the point that despite that CeeDee Lamb has pissed me off and made me mad and I want to choke this little nigga out and shit, he's not playing bad outside of the drops. Out because he's getting open. He's still getting explosive plays. Motherfuckers still from time to time still rotate coverage over his way. You know, like he still is performing to the point where you have to account for him. It's just that when you see how many drops he had, because he got like 9 on the season, some crazy shit like that. If he didn't have a case of the drops, he would already be threatening to have 1,000 yards his damn self.
He thought to have a 200-yard game against Philly.
Out the gate.
The first game, yeah.
And Devin, no, I've never had meniscus surgery. I tore both my ACLs before though. That shit was fucked up. It didn't happen at the same time, but I tore the ACL in one knee. I recovered and rehab from that one, was running around and shit, and I tore the ACL in the other leg because I guess this leg wasn't strong enough and was overcompensating. So,
yep.
You know, that's how that shit went. Alexa, stop. But yeah, man, so that's the thing. Because listen, I need you, CeeDee Lamb. If I could solely count on George Pickens and the other wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? Like, this would be a non-factor. You know, I would let you be a hoe in peace.
Don't do that, man.
I will let you be a hoe in peace, but because I need you, because you're a captain, because it's wartime, I need one of my generals on the front line with me, nigga. We at war. This is already the playoffs for us, CeeDee Lamb. This is
Yeah.
already a high stake, high pressure situation, CD Lamb. And you supposed to be 88. You supposed to be a leader on this team. You supposed to be the new playmaker. That's why you got the generational number. That's why you got the legacy number. That's why you got paid the big contract. I need you, CD Lamb.
This is crazy work. Yeah, like you supposed to be that guy. Now, I thought the role was for you to convince George Pickens that he that guy, but it looked like it's gonna have to be roles reversed. And
Man,
I
look,
never thought that that would be the case, but I think CD in a troubled headspace right now.
it's all it
Cause like I
is.
told you, it's no way for a player of his skill set to be dropping these passes so consistently. It's just not possible. And I know as a former wide receiver that the only way you drop those passes is you not focusing. Your mind somewhere else. So he got to snap back into it, snap it to a Slim Jim. Somebody throw him a Slim Jim. Call Macho Man Randy Savage or something because we got to get him right. We got to get him right, man. CD got to get out of his own way and get out of his own head. That's all this boils down to. And I think he will. All it's going to take is a big game, a big performance, and he'll be back to normal. But I just don't want it to take too long. And I don't want to force it either. So it's kind of a weird situation. I don't want to be forcing CD to do good. That's not going to be good for the team. Like, if we come in here, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if we come in here just straight forcing the ball to CD, we going to lose. Real talk. That's going to happen.
Yeah, because listen. I got to make it. And I didn't know you wasn't a mod. I am going to make you one, though. But I am going to say this. Just as long as they don't say anything disrespectful, don't kick them. If they say something stupid, we're just going to educate them. Because saying that we should trade CD Lamb is stupid as hell. Because we fought too hard as Team Weapon, as a community. You know, me and Landlord on the front line taking bullets, you know, on the cross for y'all bleeding out to get rid of one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League because we mad at him. You know, this shit like a marriage. You know what I'm saying? If you mad at that motherfucker, take your ass in the other room and go to sleep and come back and talk about the shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm man enough in hindsight to say I probably should have did the same thing with Michael. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no book to this shit. I probably should have just shut that nigga out and been like, hey man, we'll figure it out later, but we can't let this motherfucker go. You know what I'm saying? That probably would have been better for both sides. But it is what it is. You live and you learn. But I ain't trying to make that same mistake with CD Lamb, man.
Yeah, me too, bro. Because CD Lamb is going to figure it out. And I just illustrated. He's still averaging 90 yards a game. Like, if CD Lamb, you know, continues at his pace, he's going to get like 1,100 yards or some crazy shit while missing 4 games. He's going to be fine. You're going to look up and y'all going to forget about this shit. Y'all probably still going to vote him to the Pro Bowl. CD Lamb is just in his head right now. CD Lamb needs to talk to a sports psychiatrist. CD Lamb needs a hug or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a new generation nigga. He need a hug or some shit. He needs some hug, and he need to go find his favorite eater and get some head or some shit. You know,
I think Michael Parsons just needed to get beat up. Like, somebody just needed to put some hands on him. And then, you know what I'm saying? That brotherly shit. Like, you tripping, let me be. We should have just let D-Law beat him up. Because that's what he wanted to do. D-Law wanted to put hands on Michael, bro. And we chose Michael over D-Law. And then we ended up not having neither one of them.
And both
Y'all think D-Law wanted to lead Dallas, bro? He really didn't want to lead Dallas. He wanted to get the hell away from Michael Parsons. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, listen, it's documented that they weren't seeing eye to eye. They had different leadership styles. And, you know, since Michael was the best player on the team, you know, folks were gravitating towards what Michael Parsons was talking about. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, shout out to Numbhead Neil, you know, with the $4.99 for your mind. He said, "What's up, gents? When Hurts and the Eagles get up after the tush push, they have to say pause. Pausing every week is that hollow word." Now, my nigga did say some crazy shit. Now, Landlord, I'm not trading CD Lamb. But this is not going to happen. But in a magical fairy tale situation where you could trade CeeDee Lamb for Myles Garrett, would you do that? Just straight up, nothing else. They want CeeDee Lamb, Myles Garrett want to play with Dak Prescott and them. Would you make that trade? Would you make that trade, nigga? I'm not going.
Next year or this year?
Next year. It's over with now. The trade deadline gone.
I probably do that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I draft me a receiver. I got a number one. I draft me a receiver, and I have the best defensive line of all time.
See, that's why I let you answer that shit first. they don't want to hear that shit in the chat box. But listen though, everybody in the chat box. Because remember, this is fairy tale. This is fairy tale world. CeeDee Lamb is not going to get traded because of the cap stuff. If you trade CeeDee Lamb,
No, they talking. Wait a minute though. They talking like Myles Garrett ain't like that. Myles Garrett is a much better player than CeeDee Lamb. Believe it or not, much better. He is the best defensive player in football.
Myles Garrett is finna break the NFL sack record this season. He already has 18. He only need 5 over the last couple of games. He had 5 sacks alone in one game. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say that, it's not blasphemy. It's not blasphemy at any point. It's just not possible with the dead cap money and shit. And they would want way more than CeeDee Lamb. They would want CeeDee Lamb and one of your first round picks. And they might want the blood of one of your children. You might have to sacrifice one of your children at the altar, like they were finna do back in the old days. So you had to give up one of your children. No, your favorite child, CeeDee Lamb, and a first round pick, realistically. Because that's the kind of player that Myles Garrett is. So the trade would not be able to happen any damn way. You know what I mean? You got to give up a child, a first, and CD in real life. We were just talking about the fairy tale one, where it was CeeDee Lamb for Myles Garrett. Of course, he said he would trade him. Like, nigga, they might in real life they might want CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens for Myles Garrett. That's how good Myles Garrett is. But let's see. You traded Osa. Listen, when you make trades, you got to give up equal compensation. Osa Odighizuwa is not worth Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? Osa ain't worth Myles Garrett. Hell, Quinnen Williams ain't worth Myles Garrett. If you package Quinnen and Osa and a first, you might be able to get Myles Garrett. But there's not a singular player on your team by themselves you could trade head up for Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? All right, he said if we get Miles Stefanski, would throw in Shedeur for free. I mean, Shedeur, shout out to Shedeur Sanders because the nigga gets a start this week. He gets his second start after having his first career win. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Shedeur. And he a Dallas Cowboys fan. His daddy played for the team. He grew up in the Dallas area. He got a relationship with Dak Prescott and some of the players on the team. So I'm happy for Shedeur. There was no way in hell he should have fell down to the 5th round. If he failed to the 2nd round, I could understand that. But falling to the 5th, nah, dog. Nah, that shit don't make no sense to me. But one of the pieces on our team, but we were just talking about Big Quinnen Williams and how impactful he's been and how amazing he's been. You know what I'm saying? And how out of his mind that he's been. Since joining the Dallas Cowboys, he's been the highest graded defensive tackle in the National Football League. He has the most pressures in the National Football League at the defensive tackle position. He has the best pass rush win rate in the National Football League, since joining the Dallas Cowboys. It's only a 2-game sample size, but he's been beating ass ever since he became the starting defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. He's been beating ass ever since then. And listen, he's played a lot of 5-man fronts. We forced him, to play him one-on-one. He's getting a lot more one-on-one opportunities. He's facing a lot less double teams because you got Osa beside him. When you play in the 5-man fronts, you might have Osa and Kenny Clark on the line with him, who all three, can handle double teams and can win one-on-one matchups on the interior of an offensive line. There are all kinds of different games, Henny, how can I send you something that I wrote this morning? It's too long for a super chat or a cash app. Oh, send it to my DMs. Send it to my DMs or send it to Messenger. If you have something long like that, and I'll read it. It's kind of important to read on the
What did
show.
he write? He wrote a book or some shit?
That was Queen, so I don't know. So
Oh,
are you saying that we should read it on the? Okay, yeah, we're gonna read it on the show. If you send it, we'll read it. If you send it, we will read it. Let's see. But yeah, dog. It's HTM Sports on Twitter. It's HTM Sports. Matter of fact, if you need to hit the @ it's more Henny. If you put @ more Henny, you'll find me on there. But yeah, send it and I'll read it. I'll read it. If you send it, I'll read it. But landlord, how you feel about Quentin Williams being the best thing in America right now?
if he performed just like I thought
Man,
he was gonna come in and be a leader and all that good stuff. I think he's showing his worth and showing why he didn't want to play for the Jets, man. It's obvious. It's obvious. If he didn't want to play with the Jets and when he came over here, he started going crazy. That ain't no coincidence.
nah, it's not. And listen, he would have winning program. Like I told you, we 2-0 with Quentin Williams. You know what I'm saying? We're an undefeated team. This is the new Dallas Cowboys. The old Dallas Cowboys had that record. The new Dallas Cowboys undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You know how they have like BC and all that other stuff like before Christ and AD. Yeah, like we need to have BQ before Quentin. Like that record before Quentin don't count. After Quentin AQ, these niggas undefeated. But yeah, and listen, my Twitter one is @morehenny. If you need to send it, if you need to send it to Facebook, my Facebook page is Henny the Moore. So send it to whichever one, and when you send it, we'll read it on the show. And you're right, I'm old, man. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm finna go over there right now. I keep getting sidetracked, so let me put Ken Folk in here real quick. Y'all listen, y'all niggas know that I'm old, or getting old anyway. So hold on, let me slide in here because I ain't even been back in my chat box. So boom, where my nigga at? There she go. Okay. So boom. Add as mod, standard moderator, and bam. All right, everybody, welcome Angie to the Wrench Gang, man. Salute to Angie, longtime supporter. Y'all welcome her with open arms to the Wrench Gang, man. He said Quentin sacks the quarterback, blesses himself, thanks himself, and says he's welcome to himself. Yeah, Big Q a dog, man. Like Big Q is a monster. He is a creature right now, man. I have nothing but like listen. That's how I be knowing that God is a Dallas Cowboys fan. This how I know God is a Dallas Cowboys fan. He said, "Thank you, young old Henny." Yeah, I know. I'm a little scatterbrained from time to time. What's up with your Keystone? But yeah, Land, I need to know, bro. Like, what are your keys to victory for this Kansas City Chiefs game?
It's gonna be the defense, man. We gonna need them to stop Pat big time. Cause I think even though they offense ain't just been going crazy, they still got the potential. They got all kind of weapons now. Um, but I do think we can make them one dimensional though. I don't really feel they run game. And if we can just have Pat back there dealing with some pressure, we might be able to get a couple turnovers. You know, he arrogant with the way he play. So he might throw some crazy throws, make some mistakes. And I think that'll be the best bet.
I completely agree with you, man. Cause the the Chiefs don't usually lose like shootouts. You know what I'm saying? When teams beat the Chiefs, they beat them motherfuckers like 20-17 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or 22-19 or some wild shit. They lose the games where you hold Patrick Mahomes and them to under 20 points and you get off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happens. That usually is what happens. You have to go out there and neutralize the Kansas City Chiefs defense. You know, just like you said, because if you get into a shootout, they got the guns. They got guns over there, landlord. They strapped up. You know, they believe in their First Amendment right, the right to bear arms, and they gonna whack some shit. He said Diggs come back. Actually, Diggs, Diggs, as they said, they're not gonna bring him back right now because it's a short week. They said it's a short week and they're not gonna bring him back just yet. So that's what they said anyway. They said that he's healthy, he's doing good, he's close, but it's such a short week. We're not trying to rush him back or nothing like that. So you will not see Trayvon Diggs 9 times out of 10.
Guy out.
Yeah, Tyler Guyton is not going to be able to play. He had a high ankle sprain. The same shit that put CeeDee Lamb as on ice for a couple weeks. And hell, CD might still be dealing with the after effects of that ankle sprain. So you're not gonna see that boy. You're not gonna see Tyler Guyton. You're gonna have to hope that Nate Thomas. Oh, salute to Queen for the cash app too. Said for Frosted Flakes. I appreciate that. Cause Fugazio's just ugh. It just I don't know. I guess I am bougie because Fugazio just don't taste right no more, landlord. I'm sorry. Like
You don't want to go back.
I don't want to go back because listen, they changed the formula or something because it makes its own gravy when you add water, and it used to almost if you close your eyes, it almost used to taste like milk. Now it tastes like that neck bone juice they dip the tacos in. You know how they got the sauce on the side that look like transmission fluid that you gotta put dip the tacos in and shit. That's what it tastes like now. So now I feel like I'm eating Mexican cereal. It feel like I got, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm eating
Mexican cereal is wild.
I feel like I'm eating Barrera tacos with juice with my cereal. I'm just saying. The gravy used to be alright. You know, I told you it used to taste almost like milk when you poured it in there. You close your eyes, you almost could taste the milk. Now that shit ain't even playing with you. That shit tastes like the juice you did the Barrera tacos in, man.
Crazy work.
I just did. I just sent you a follow on Facebook from my Henny the Moore page. You should be able to message me and send over what you were talking about. Because here, I just tagged you in a post. So now you can find it. I just tagged you in a post, and now you should be able to find it and send your message that you paid for. Yeah, I love Barrera juice. Yeah. Yeah, but real tacos is good. I be fucking them up from time to time. They got an authentic, taco joint, and listen, there's like a part of town, there's nothing but the Hispanic community is, cause they got like their own grocery shop over there. They own a tire shop over there, and then of course they got some Mexican restaurants that's ran by them. There's one in particular over there. They got some fire ass Barrera tacos. I don't know anything else on their menu because every time I get the energy to take my ass up over there, that's all I get. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I get. So yeah,
Lou
shout
and
out.
she wanted me to keep the Fugazi hoes. She must be mad.
Damn.
She said fuck Fugazi hoes. She ain't want to help. She said you like them. She said Hen don't like them. She said you like them.
Man, that's crazy. He said, Henry, you don't know how that neck bone juice be hidden. Dog, the juice do be good on them. It's just that I don't want that in my cereal.
I about to say, just imagine it on over a bowl of cereal though.
I imagine you're eating Captain Crunch or some shit, right? It already got its own flavor. It's a peanut butter flavored cereal. Okay, I'm finna read Queen's message. I see what she meant, that you could not send this in a super chat because this is like a soliloquy. So I'm finna read it because you paid for it. You paid both of us, so we're going to read this, and we appreciate your support.
Salute to
You
Miss
know
Queen.
what's
We
so
appreciate
bad? Indeed. You know what's so bad about this situation with CD is that Pickens doesn't even want to take CD's place nor his shine. Pickens actually loves CD and appears to look at him like a brother or twin. CD has been getting spoiled since college, and he can't handle the grace that God has given him as a young black man. You know what's so bad about this situation with CD? It's that Pickens doesn't even want to take CD's place nor his shine. Pickens actually loves CD and appears to look at him as a brother or a twin. CD has been getting spoiled since college, and he can't handle the grace that God has given him as a young black man. You know what's so bad about this situation with CD? Is that Pickens doesn't even want to take CD's place nor his shine. Pickens actually loves CDs and appears to look at him like his brother or twin. Jesus, CD Lamb. That's that nigga. That's your brother. He do listen. He do look at that nigga like a big brother though. And he mad at him. It's Pickens doesn't even want to take CD Lamb place nor his shine. Pickens actually loves CD and appears to look at him like his brother or twin. He's hammering this shit home. CD has been getting spoiled since college, and he can't handle the grace that God has given him as a young black man. CD wants to shine, the place, the grace, the help, the glory, the success, the praise. But that motherfucker don't want nobody playing with his toys, nor does he want to be accountable for his shortcomings. his own fuck ups
Mm.
nor his own failures. Grow the fuck up, CD. You need therapy, boo boo. Before you tip the ship.
Not boo boo.
She said boo boo. She said you need therapy, boo boo. Before you
Nah, I
tip the
think he
ship.
ain't added that part.
I swear to
Nah, he ain't.
Almighty
You add.
God.
I know, man. You,
I swear to God. It wasn't me. Swear to God.
you know, I had to take advantage of that.
Before you
I say he ain't. Hey, we ain't got no proof. He ain't said that part. Go
you
ahead.
diabolical. Oh shit. Before you tip the ship and
Oh,
somebody ends up falling overboard, I can tell you from the history of the Jerry regime that no matter how high the storm gets, the only somebody that's going to find themselves trying to swim ashore is Lamb. CD Lamb, Boss Cowboy Sports, Cowboy Nation, Dallas Cowboys, Law Nation, HTM Sports, Henny the Moore, Landlord from Alabama. My nigga. Salute the Queen for the soliloquy, though. Because that needed to be said about the young CD Lamb. Because, it's true. Because CD Lamb is the person that's benefiting the most from George Pickens being here. CD Lamb is going to go for over 1,100 yards or some crazy shit. And he's missed all this time. He missed all this time. He missed all of these games. He had to split targets with George Pickens. And he still is going to crack, over, 1,100 yards. He's still, going to be able to go out there and maybe make it into the Pro Bowl. He's still gonna go out there and get some numbers. His job is easier with George Pickens on the football team. His job is way easier with George Pickens on the football team.
and then his overall success will be better with George Pickens on the football team. Like we know this. It's gonna come a time and day where George won't be able to do it, and it's gonna have to be CD. Like we love George, we know he's great, but even the great ones have games where they just can't do it all by themselves. We gonna need CD Lamb. That's why I want to make sure he stays in the right headspace. So when that time comes, when his number is called, he show up. But because I'm not gonna lie, I tried to fight off the mob for him. I'm gonna have to let the mob now. I'm gonna have to let the mob do what the mob do. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't keep taking up for you when your number is called, you not showing up. Like, what would that make me? What would that make me after a while? I'm not
Yeah.
finna coddle you, bro. This is not a Huggies commercial. I'm not pampering nobody.
Yes, indeed. He said with the help of
So
Dak
we just
Prescott.
need
True.
you to start showing up when they call your number. You gotta show up. That's the only way we can do this. And for everybody talking this number one receiver stuff, the only reason it's a conversation is because you open them doors. That's the only reason it's a conversation.
Exactly. Because if CD Lamb caught all the passes he was supposed to catch, we would still be looking at CD Lamb as the best wide receiver in the National Football League. If he wasn't dropping everything that was thrown to him, he would still be looked at as one of the marquee, game-changing wideouts in the National Football League. But because of the drops, because of and hold on, I'm gonna stop because this is on your side, landlord. This is my brother, DC for Life Texas hit you with a 5-piece, land.
Salute. I appreciate you.
He said, "Good morning, landlord, Henny, Cowboys Nation. Have y'all heard anyone talking shit about all the stats collected in garbage time?" LOL. DC for Life Texas. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's all garbage time until you come back from 21 down, DC for life. See, they always say that about that, but now it came back to bite them, and I love it.
I mean, let's also have the open conversation. Dak Prescott, has the most career comebacks in Dallas Cowboys history. He's up there with the most comebacks since joining the league. Like Dak Prescott comes from behind all the time. So why is there a narrative that it's garbage time stats with Dak Prescott? Because more times than not, he's going to lead the comeback. He's
Facts.
going to lead the comeback more times than not.
And then that don't even count the ones that we came back and we just couldn't win. That just
Yeah,
count the ones that we actually won.
real shit. Cause think about the Ravens game. We came back all the way and we were down 3, and Dak never saw the ball again. The defense couldn't get one more stop. Right? We've had games like the first playoff game against Green Bay when Dak Prescott was a rookie. We tied the game in the fourth quarter, and then Green Bay converted 3rd and 30, uh, 3rd and 20 with no time left and kicked the game-winning field goal. Right? So like that comes from behind and ties the game up all the time. It just doesn't always mean that they win the football game. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they don't get stops.
Facts. And just to drive a stake into that CD Lamb stuff, like all he gotta do is play ball, man. That's it. Just play ball. Like I said the other day, remember this game as the same game you played as a child, man. You making it too big. You sitting up here thinking about too much stuff. It's the only football, man. And you've been catching the ball since you can remember. Don't think it. Don't overthink it. Just catch the ball, man. It's simple. Like it's really simple. I think he too far in his head.
I agree with you on that, man. Cause drops are mental. Cause when you look at CeeDee Lamb, he still has bursts. He's still running good routes. He's still getting open. He's still getting separation. He's doing everything that he's supposed to do except for finishing the play, except for catching the ball. And it's been different things. Sometimes he's trying to get upfield, without securing the ball because he's thinking about his next move. Some of it is just straight up concentration. He just got to calm down and let the game come to him, bro.
I don't like him being demonstrative on the sideline either. If you dropping the ball, I don't want to see you pointing at nobody. I don't want to see you yelling at nobody. I want to see you go to the bench and put a towel over your head and focus on what the hell you did. It ain't no reason for you to even be talking, to be honest with you. Real talk, bro. Like I don't even care what he talking about. Like go over there to the bench, put a towel over your head, and be quiet.
The only thing you need to be saying is
Figure out what the problem is.
the only thing you need to say is my bad, Dak. My bad, Shotty. My bad, team. I fucked up. I'ma fix it. That's what you need to say. You don't need it like he should have threw it over. No, you should have caught the fucking ball. If the worst place for a quarterback to throw the ball is your fucking hands, you need to reevaluate your life, nigga. You need to reevaluate the shit you got going on. If a ball hits you in your hands and you pointing elsewhere, motherfucker, that's on you.
Guess what Pickens would have did? He
Call
would
it.
have walked over there and said, "My bad, Dad." If he didn't catch it, he'd have been, "My bad, Dad." He probably would have tapped on his shoulder, on his chest, like, "Oh, that's me. My bad.
And,
I got you next time."
and guess
And as
what?
a quarterback, you got confidence in that. You like, okay, bet. I'm going right back to him.
And guess what? Because Joy Pickens ain't dropping the fucking ball, we'll never have to know.
Facts. That man ain't dropping nothing.
All right, I gotta go to work though.
He almost made that catch on the sideline too.
Yeah, that's why he got up and did this. Like, bitch, I was this close. I was this close to getting your
Yeah.
bitch ass. All right, but I do have to leave now. It's after 7:30. I ain't off work yet, so I got to go make some money, support the family. I still got other things I want to buy for Thanksgiving. We still in the process of cooking, and I'm still building my menu. So God bless
Hey,
America.
y'all don't forget about me now either.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
know
it's
it's
his
the
birthday.
countdown to landlord birthday.
Yeah.
Black Friday is my birthday. I will be turning a glorious 39. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old man. So y'all don't forget about your boy, man. Hey, while you're doing your Black Friday shopping, throw your boy landlord some in the cash out, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know you appreciate the content and what I bring to the table, man. So hey, y'all make sure y'all don't forget about your boy, man.
Yes, indeed. And listen, it's not my birthday, but today is my son's birthday. So I am probably not gonna be live later on today. I might drop a video or some shit, but we're gonna do some family shit when I get into the house. So it was good to see y'all. It was great to see y'all. And in the words of my brother West Coast Cowboy, man, never look down, cause the stall.